And I used to get home and just break down. A few times I just sat in my flat. You know, I couldn't watch telly. I couldn't go out. I was a prisoner in my own home. I've got generally nothing to do. I tried baking. I had done a lot of puzzles, a lot of like 1,000-piece puzzles, just to try and fill my time. And you almost don't want people around you, but then you need people around you, because if my friends were to come round, I'd feel like I couldn't entertain. I couldn't, you know, be the person I was. So they'd come round and probably leave and be like, oh, you know, that was a bit boring. But I felt like I had to be like upbeat, because I don't want to bring other people down. So you have this sort of, you know, this barrier up the whole time. So it's just about talking about it, and really I didn't like talking about it. And for me now, I can do that because I am feeling a lot better. I used to think, I was like, what am I going to do this week? I was in the flat by myself probably for 3 days of the week, and there was one point where I couldn't leave the flat, and I would just find myself pacing. There's other, you know, issues going on, like the anxiety, and like those sort of mental factors that kind of gets you in a downward spiral. And you know, that's why it's good to talk about it and get it off your chest a bit. Obviously, seeing everyone make these achievements and excel in rugby and playing so well, I feel like I had so much more to achieve. And for me, that was quite hard, because I felt like I should have been involved in it. Even just being in the gym, you try and you come out feeling exhausted, but you feel good about it. And I can't do that anymore. And even at times when I was in the gym, but I couldn't really lift heavy weights, and I couldn't do what I used to do. I just found it a bit almost demotivated. I think the main thing for me was probably realizing that I will come out of it almost better. So I'd have a down phase and I'd come out of it feeling just a little bit better. So I think after the few kind of dips, I got used to it, and I think individually you have to find your way to cope. You know, whether that is kind of getting away from rugby, because at first that's what I thought I had to do. I completely separated myself from the rugby environment to go and sort of recover. It might take a while. It took me months, you know, to find what was the best way to manage myself and manage the people around me. So yeah, I think is just don't give up almost, because I've had times where I've wanted to. When you're so low, you don't really want to, you know, listen to anyone, or you don't want to kind of give yourself false hope. But I think you've got to find that yourself. Because the worst thing was, when I was in my down phases, I probably shouldn't have hibernated for a week, because you just sit there and think about it for a week. So it just doesn't help, and you get in this downward spiral, and it just makes it worse. So I think, yeah, just going out there and trying to take your mind off it as well, and just do what you can to take your mind off it was the most important thing for me. So many other things that you can do, you know, you're not put here to play rugby, you're not on the earth to play rugby, you know. So I think if I can find something else that I enjoy, then, you know, that's something that was maybe supposed to happen. You know, I'd urge anyone to find that, and if they have anything going on, then just talk about it. That's the main thing.